Hello, friends, and welcome to the Patreon podcast. This week, I wanted to talk about something a little bit simpler. I know we've been kind of delving into the weeds with some of this stuff lately. And the idea is a cooking term, actually. It's called mise en place. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. My French isn't very good. But essentially what that means is everything in its place, or everything is where it should be. And I think that that's really important as a creative person as well. So essentially what it is before you start cooking, before you turn on the stove, you measure everything out. You chop any vegetables that can remain chopped and not like degrade, like apples get brown and all that stuff. But you like get everything prepared and measured and in its place. So when you're cooking, all you have to do is cook. So just chuck things into the pot and then go on to the next step. So you're not running around being like, oh no, I have to cut up this onion, but I also have to be stirring this and doing all this other stuff. So the whole point is to be prepared for your project. And I think that there is a lot of value in being prepared for your creative projects as well, where if you have a template set up for your music making software, or if you have all of your paints or brushes arrayed in a way that's logical to you. And I'm not saying that you need to have a perfectly spotless studio, like a perfectly clean studio. I know a lot of people revel in the creative process when things are a little chaotic, where they can make those connections that don't logically make sense, but since they were sitting next to each other on your desk, it's like, oh yeah, I could try that. So I'm not saying that you need to have everything clean. I'm saying that it's important to be prepared for the work that you're going to do. Because the worst thing that can happen is that you have this great idea that you've been like waiting for your whole life, but you need to like clear off your studio and load up your computer and load up your software, and all of a sudden by the time you're ready to actually start creating, that idea has evaporated. And I mean, obviously it's important to write things down too and all that other stuff, but I think you understand what I mean. So I mean, that's really it. I just think that it's so important to be like aware of your studio space and your process and the bottlenecks that might emanate from that. So it's like if you have a problem doing a specific thing, try to automate that. Try to make that less of an issue when you're actually cooking, when you're actually doing the work. Because when you're doing the work, all you want to be doing is the work and not organizational stuff. But yeah, like I think I'm going to be getting back to a little bit to shorter topics for a little while. But I had a lot of fun talking about the affirmations and the goals. But those 8-minute long ones were kind of a weird sit in my car, just in the parking lot. But I hope everybody has a good weekend. And thank you so much for supporting. And I'll see you next time. Be remarkable.